Hey y'all, here we are live from Lake Cumberland again. Got the Goone Squad with me today. Not the Goone Squad, the Goone Squad. So we're about to wreck them. I think what we learned the other day we're going to try to expand on and maybe try to get some topwater bites. I think we're going to have a good time.
I got dead gum good. Dude, I really do.
You do have a good.
I got a good.
He's got a good fish. Oh, he's got a. Oh yeah, dude, he's got a good fish.
That ain't that
Yeah, good fish.
I don't know if it's keeper or not, to be honest.
It's. Here, turn towards. Come on, fish around.
Oh, he hit me right as a trolling motor.
Yeah.
That's how much line I had out.
You need a net. Why don't you let some slack out?
Too much. Oh my goodness gracious.
Big? That's a
That's a keeper there.
That's a good fish. Yeah, big small jaw. Damn, Tim. Oh. Oh, brownie.
Smallmouth day. Back.
So as you can see, we had a really fun day. We caught a lot of fish. As Andrew says, we crushed them. If you count tiny baby fish. As far as keepers, we didn't catch a whole lot. I think Andrew had one keeper Kentucky and a keeper largemouth. I had a keeper largemouth that I don't think I even got on video. And then I also had three really nice smallmouth that I didn't get on video. I had one that was about 17 and a half, one that was about 16, and one that was probably about 15 and a half. But of course at Cumberland, they have to be 18 inches, so we don't count those as keepers. But they sure were a lot of fun. Get those smallmouth. I think Andrew did get one of my catches on his footage, which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the Outdoorsmen with Andrew, it's really good stuff. If you like hunting, if you like fishing, you ought to check him out. He's got a lot of good information for you. And even though he's a young kid, man, he really knows his business. He's a lot of fun to hang out with, and we have a really good time. Unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of footage from Mason. Mason stayed pretty much to the back of the boat, and he probably caught about 10 fish, but we didn't get him on video, mostly because of the angle. I know he did have a GoPro on, but I don't think he had any good footage from it. Those guys, a lot of times, they have those chest mounts, so they try to turn them on when they think they're going to catch fish, and of course, you never know when you're going to catch one. But with me, I've got 3 batteries in mine, and I just let it roll. The problem that we had this time, like I said, was just, you know, a series of people turning it on and off. So when one person turns it on, the next one thinks he's turning it on, actually turns it off. But yeah, we had a great time. Anytime the 3 of us get together, we have a really good time. We laugh, cut up. We leave the house here in Florence at 6:30 in the morning and come back. We leave the lake about 7, so that we're home about 10, which makes for a really long day. And unfortunately, we really got into the smallmouth in the last hour of the day. And man, I think if we could have stayed till dark, we would have really had some great footage. But me being the one driving, that's just too much for me. Trying to get back here at 11:30 or 12 or later, it's too much. I needed to be back by 10. So we left the lake about 7 o'clock. But yeah, we had a really good time. Andrew I think he caught every one of his fish on a Megabass Vision 110+1. It was the Sexy Shad color. And I caught a couple on the Allergy Bone Standard 110. And then I switched over because Andrew was wrecking the small fish, as he says. I switched over to the shallow, not shallow, but the Standard 110 in Sexy Shad. and that's what I caught the majority of my fish on. Mason caught them in a couple different ways. He caught one on a shed-colored trick worm, and he caught a couple on a Rapala jerk bait, and I think that's pretty much it. I always want to say I had one on a spinnerbait, but I didn't. The thing of it is this day is so much different than what we expected. If you saw the video before this one, you see that we had a pretty good day catching largemouth. So I went out with the intention of catching good quality largemouth. And you'll see where Andrew caught that big crappie. It is very familiar. That's where we fished and caught a bunch of those big largemouth the week before. And I really went thinking that we could catch them on top water. So I threw a buzzbait and I threw a whopper plopper. Never got a bite. I believe those fish must have been locked down on bed. I mean, we tried everything in the shallow pockets that we were getting bit in just a few days before. This video was shot on Saturday. No, the one where Joey and I were catching largemouth was shot on Saturday. This one is shot on Tuesday. So it's just a few days difference, but it made a world of difference as far as fish catches. So we had to scramble around, and as you can see, we caught most of our fish on deeper structure. You know, bluffs, 45-degree banks, you know, standard early spring stuff. We had to, as a lot of people say, we had to drop back and punt, and that's what we did, just to have a good time and just to catch a few fish. But it surely was a good time. I look forward to getting down there again. I don't know if I'm going to get down there this week because, let's face it, it's a lot of gas money leaving from here in Florence and back inside of one day. So don't know if we're going to make it down there for a week or two, but hopefully we'll get down there soon. And the weather's starting to get right here in northern Kentucky, so maybe the fish will start biting here locally and won't have to trample down to Lake Cumberland. Even though, man, I love Cumberland. I'd love to have a house to stay down there. Of course, my days off, I don't get 2 days off in a row unless I request it. That would make it difficult, but man, I sure do love to go to Lake Cumberland. So anyway, look forward. I got some quick tips I'm going to be recording here in the next few days. So keep an eye out for that and enjoy. And like I always say, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so and share with all your buddies and friends. And, you know, hopefully we'll have something really good locally coming up for you. But until then, have a good time, and we'll see you later.